Here are some order of operation problems that are similar to the ones that will be on your test Friday. Our steps for order of operations are G, E, M, S. In this problem, I do have some grouping. That means I'm going to solve what's in purple because it's inside a group and write the whole entire equation again. 124 plus 2 plus 10 is 12. Attach my exponent times 10 minus 4. After I've solved the G step, I have to go to the E step, and this is my exponent. So I'm going to solve this and write the problem. 124 plus 144 times 10 minus 4. Now I am left with addition, multiplication, and subtraction. This step, M, multiply and divide, comes before add or subtract. So I'm going to do this and write the rest of the problem. 124 plus 1,440 minus 4. I'm left with addition and subtraction. Because it's all in one step, I have to go left to right. 124 plus 1,440 minus 4. I have to add first. Remember, if you need to show your work, move over to a separate sheet of paper or over to the side and actually do the addition problem. 1,440 plus 124 is 1,564. 1,564 minus 4 is 1,560. Example 2. Going back to my steps, check for groupings. Yes, there is. Circle this and write the rest of the problem. 2 times 22 minus 8 times 4. Check for exponents. There are none to evaluate. Check for multiplication or division. 2 sets of multiplication. 2 times 22, 8 times 4. 44 minus 32. Down to my last step. Down to one operation. 44 minus 32 is 12. Problem 3. 2 plus 2 to the 4th power times 2 plus 10. Check for groupings. I have it. 2 plus 10 is 12. Write the whole problem, but change this to a 12. 2 plus 2 to the 4th power. Beside the parentheses always means times 12. There are exponents to evaluate, so I may again have to go over to the side of my paper and figure out what 2 times 2 or at the bottom of my paper. I just don't want to do it on this line because it could easily mess you up. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So 2 plus 16 times 12. Multiplication comes before addition, so 16 times 12. Again, I need extra paper. 192 plus 2 is 194. I've been able to do extra work off to the side so that I could be successful, but it didn't ruin the steps because I didn't write the problem on the line. You circle the problem that you're solving and then write everything else. Let's try another example. 12 plus 4 squared times 5 minus 1 divided by 8. Check first for groupings. We have them. So I write the whole entire problem except instead of 5 minus 1, I write 4. 12 plus 4 squared times 4 divided by 8. Next is exponents. I have them, so I evaluate this, write the rest. 12 plus 16 times 4 divided by 8. Next is multiply and divide. I have both. So I go in order from left to right and solve that one that comes first. So 12 plus 64 divided by 8. Finally, divide. 12 plus 8. 20 is my answer to this expression. This example says 10 minus 3 times the difference of 4 and 2. Using my checklist, there is groupings, so I do this and write the whole problem. 10 minus 3, because it's right beside the parentheses, it means times, and 4 minus 2 is 2. There are no exponents, but multiplication says do that first, so 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. Last practice problem involves two sets of parentheses. I have to evaluate what's in the grouping, and so when I look at my biggest grouping, inside it is a grouping, which means this is what I would do first. Still doing one step at a time. 3 plus 4 times 5 plus 9 minus 5 is 4 times 2. Still working inside the parentheses to evaluate this first. 3 plus 4 times 5 plus 8. That's what I evaluated. Now it's time to do 5 plus 8. 3 plus 4 times 13. Left with addition and multiplication. Multiplication comes first. 3 plus 52. 55 is the answer to this problem.